Hi, this is Stu from Plan Manager Assist, wanting to welcome you to NDIS TLDR, Too Long Didn't Read. Today's topic is going to be a sensitive one, so just so that you know, viewer discretion is advised. Today, I've got Tanya from the Identity Clinic joining me, and she's going to be talking about how we can be better supporting the trans and queer community of the LGBTQIA plus community, and look forward to seeing you there. The Rainbow Realities. Hi, my name's Stu and I'm from Plan Manager Assist, and this is NDIS TLDR, Too Long Didn't Read. So today I've got Tanya from the Identity Clinic here with me. Tanya, how you going?
I'm good, thank you, Stu. How are you?
I am fabulous, thank you for asking.
Amazing.
So we are going to be talking today about a couple of things today. First thing I want to look at is in relation to the gender diverse and the queer community in respect to the NDIS, particularly around that focus there and how we as providers can support and be more inclusive. But one of the things that I know that we were talking about.
Certainly. So the Rainbow Realities report is a meta-analysis that was conducted by La Trobe University. It looked at 6 major studies that had been done with the Australian population. And so over 20,000 participants altogether. And it looked at a lot of questions around being queer, being in the community, being trans, and how we can get better health outcomes for those communities. But what some of the main points were: people who are trans or who are part of the queer community definitely prefer to receive services from services that either have lived experience or are very gender affirming. So whether that's, being open to the discussion around pronouns, which is quite a simple way to affirm someone's gender.
So we talked about affirming their gender by using those pronouns, but what does that really look like? I mean, I know we talked about just using the pronouns the person would prefer, but is there more to it than that?
Absolutely. So gender affirmation, we actually do this every day. So this morning I got up and I did my hair and I put makeup on. And that is me affirming my gender as a female and as a she, her. So it can be as simple as that. And we technically all affirm our gender. It can look like social affirmation. So that is more around your pronoun usage and how someone is referred to. Legally, someone can change their sex on their birth certificate.
Yep.
It's different for every state, and there actually has just been an update to the legislation, which I'm not 100% across yet. So keep an eye out for those changes. You can also medically affirm your gender. So that is where hormones, top surgery, bottom surgery, whatever's needed, and psychologically affirming. So I guess that would also sort of come down to pronoun usage, but I guess people minimizing their gender dysphoria.
Okay, and that sort of then ties into the idea of what gender affirming care is, and that sort of links to that more from the support sides that we mentioned before from the Rainbow Realities, where we're talking about the idea of having supports that are either lived experience or like-minded, or at least understanding. So is that sort of the extension of that, which is that gender affirming care that then goes with that?
Yes. So gender affirming care is, basically providers being able to work flexibly and adaptively with how someone presents and how someone wants to be addressed and how someone would like to be referred to. So something that can happen with services, and I know with the NDIS you've got sort of legal implications around using someone's legal name. When someone does choose to change their name, their dead name is the previous name, and you want to stick to their preferred name. So ensuring that your organisation has a way of capturing the preferred name and not utilising their dead name, as that actually can be quite upsetting for some people who are transitioning. That's a very simple thing that people can do. And preferred pronouns as well is another simple way of just being supportive and respectful of what that person really chooses to do.
Okay, so the next thing I want to look at is the idea of the concept of the calling in versus calling out, or calling in, and what that sort of looks like for participants. So what does that mean as, for participants? What does that look like for them?
So this is on sort of a face-to-face level, working directly with providers. So everyone makes mistakes. And if you've been referring to someone by one name for a long time and they change it over, it is difficult to remember. So, if you do make a mistake, try not to make a big deal about it. Apologize. Do your best to correct it moving forward and move on.
You're right. There are going to be people especially during a transition phase, there will be people that will be unsure, or people that wouldn't have seen them for a while. They may not know.
You need to see that in practice. So, on occasion, that might be sort of, standing up for someone if they need it and supporting them in their journey. So allowing that person to be who they are and just making sure that they feel supported.
And so for providers or support workers, independent support coordinators, where would they be able to go to get those additional resources and trainings? That's not something that they're going to see everywhere. So where might they go and seek that out?
Yeah. So the Identity Clinic, we actually do offer we offer tailored training packages, and we offer very basic around like pronoun usage and having that conversation to if someone needs, something a little bit more in depth, we're able to produce that as well. And that would be put together with all of our staff who are part of the queer community and our psychologists and our social workers. So it's coming from a clinical and a lived experience kind of space of working with the queer and the trans community.
Absolutely. And so what other services does the Identity Clinic offer to participants and families on their supports on the NDIS?
Yeah. So we offer a boutique service. So we've got all of our staff, as I mentioned, are queer, and we offer our psychology service exclusively to the queer community. So we want to make sure that we're able to support them within a few days if need be. We do also support, say, parents or family members who have a loved one who is transitioning or part of the queer community. So we do a lot of that gender and sexuality stuff, but we also do general mental health for the queer community. And to everyone in the community, we offer autism and ADHD assessments.
Okay.
And that's because we don't have a wait list, so we are able to offer that to everyone in the community.
Fantastic. Where does the Identity Clinic operate?
So currently we have face-to-face services available in Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. Happy to do face-to-face either in-home or we can organise a clinic space, that's fine. And we also offer telehealth nationally. So happy to work with clients anywhere. We've actually got a client who's in New Zealand. So we're able to work with, across time zones and whatever we need to do. So available nationally via telehealth.
Fantastic. And the training is available nationally as well?
Yes, we can offer national training.
If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm happy to have a link in our description below, so that way you can access a copy of that. Mm-hmm. But if you would like to know more information, where can they reach you, Tanya? How do they contact you?
My email's tanya@theidentityclinic.org or admin@theidentityclinic for general questions.
Absolutely. And that way you can ask any of those sort of questions. And look, if you are one of the community that are not necessarily in that lived experience, but are just either generally curious, the team of the Identity Clinic will be happy to help. It's not coming from a place of judgment. It's coming from a place of wanting to be inclusive and generally supportive. Then absolutely feel free to reach out, because that's what the Identity Clinic is all about. So thank you so much for coming in, Tanya.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Once again, I want to say a massive thank you to Tanya from the Identity Clinic and coming to join us today. For those of you that need it, if you're on YouTube and you're watching this, down below, we're going to include some phone numbers if there are some supports that you feel that you need. If not, Tanya did mention the phone number for the Identity Clinic. You are welcome to give her a call too. Same with those of you on Spotify. Please feel free to reach out to us, our Plan Manage Assist, or to the Identity Clinic. We'll do what we can to try and help you find some support if you need it. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time.